What is up, everybody? It's your host, Tallyboy719, and we're doing a comeback in 2022 with the interviews. Interviews, what? Yup, exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. Yup. And you know what? Ain't no stopping it. But anyways, man, I just want to welcome. You've seen him before. You've seen him before, and he's come back with glory and freaking fame. What's up, Devin and Schramm?
Hello, I'm pleasured to be here.
Hey, man. Hey, how you doing, bro? Man, it's been a long time, bro. I mean, since we've done an interview, it's been, what, almost a year? Because
I think so.
if I recall correctly, you were in the first interview that I've ever done.
I think
And
it
you know
was
what,
the
man?
first interview, yeah. So
Heck
that's
yeah, bro.
been right at a year then, yeah.
For reals.
But yeah, I'm
But
happy
yeah,
to be back here and happy to be the first interviewee for the relaunch.
that's right, man. Hey, glad to have you on this, bro. Because you know what? I always love spending time with you on Instagram Live. It's like our thing for some reason.
Yeah.
For real. Like sometimes it's not even an interview. We're just like, messing around. We're just talking about stuff and life and music. It's awesome, you know what I mean? It's like a great energy. So yeah, man, let's get started.
Sure.
So, first question. How was your year 2022
It's
so far?
I mean, some things have been a little bit rocky, but at the end of the day, I clear my mind, I move on, I think of music, and I just, you know, music's it's sort of like this outlet for me because
That's right.
when I'm making music, I just there's this rush of relaxation that just comes over me, and for a few minutes, I just forget everything that's going on, and it feels so good.
Oh man, same here, bro. Music is always like it's so therapeutic. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like either by listening to music or by making music, by producing it, by singing, by doing whatever, touching an instrument. It's so therapeutic. You know what I mean? And that's what us artists have in common. We find that in common. You know what I mean? At least most of us, right?
exactly.
So
Yes.
yeah, man. Um, what you said, it's been bumpy. This year's been kind of bumpy, and the same for me. You know what I mean? For the same for a lot of people, it's been kind of bumpy. But at the same time, at the end of the day, it's like it's cool to be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and music
And
is
yeah, bro.
life.
Yep. And another thing I like to come back with, bro. You've basically been the only one in Savage Boys right now that has been releasing music constantly since January.
Yeah, but
And it's like, bro,
even I don't know
it's like
how I,
awesome.
how I do it because I just, you know, there's a lot of times that I'm off from work. I'm doing jack all else, and I just get these ideas. Oftentimes, just stream of consciousness ideas, and I write it down, make a memo on an instrument or whatever I have access to at the time, and I build on the idea, and it just turns into a song.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Because what was the first single that you released this year? It was on top of my head. It was
Free in Spirit, the flip version.
yep. I was gonna say 24, but no, it's the other one, right?
Came
The other one came in first.
2 days later on my birthday, 24th.
Oh, yep. That's right. That's right. That's right. Really, you've been making music like a boss. You know what I mean?
And
Like, if you haven't checked that out, anybody who's watching this, there is a playlist
yeah,
for the music that has been released in Savage Boys Entertainment from all of the artists. The only one that's basically taking over that playlist is Devin and Schramm, which is awesome, bro. Hey, congratulations to you. You know what I mean?
hey, thanks, man. And like I've noticed that almost every song I've done this year is in a different style. Like just been going off on a tangent and just experimenting with whatever I feel in the moment I'm in.
Which one would you say is your favorite one out of the ones that you've made this year? You know, like what are your top three, for example? Let's just say.
Yeah, picking just one's a hard choice, but I think that at the top of the list has to be big guitars because like that was just something that I really wanted to do for a super long time, and I think it turned out exactly the way I wanted it to turn out, even though I recorded it and all that stuff within a period of about 3 days. Um, Second favorite, I'd say probably probably Free in Spirit because I mean even though the like history behind that song with me isn't entirely the best, I I really love how I was able to rebuild that song in the style that I originally imagined it in, the kind of synth pop style, and I really love the addition of the guitar solo too. I just don't know. I really love doing that, and
Yeah.
I think the third favorite is As Long as the Sky is Blue, just because that was my first time writing on a ukulele, and I just I think it's such a vibe. It's really aesthetic to me. I don't know.
Oh yeah. No, I'd actually have to say my two favorite ones. Well, they're not like there's not a number one to me. You know what I mean? My big guitars and As Long as the Sky is Blue, it's like both of them are in the same level. I
Yeah,
can't really choose out of the two. Free and Spirit was good, but I really love big guitars. Um, Amazing instrumental. You know what I mean? It's like it's something to vibe to. You know what I mean? Like all music, there are some that are just to vibe to, even though sometimes it has vocals. But this time it didn't have any vocals. It's just like it's just guitar, and I really love that. I was like, dang. And as long as the sky is blue, I really enjoyed that one because I don't know, it was just relaxing, and it was very vintage. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Vintage vibe. I
exactly.
loved it. You know what I mean? I even used it for one of my videos. I found a hot rod, a very old school car in Kearney, Nebraska, at a what's it called? At a mechanic shop,
Hmm.
and I was like, you know what? As long as the sky is blue vibe, you know what I mean? Let's just take a video, take some pictures, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah. So I put that video together, you know what I mean? It's awesome, you know what I mean? And plus, it was for you, you know what I mean? And it's just
Yeah,
like you're underrated. I need, I really want people to hear you out. Listen to big guitars, listen to all of your music because from day one, from the moment that you started releasing music, it's been telling like a whole story. You know what I mean? And plus, we've seen your growth. We've seen how better you got, how many instrumentals. I mean, how many instruments you've been using, and
yeah.
that's awesome. You know what I mean? That's talent right there.
Thank you.
That's big talent. How did you create big guitars? Like in detail.
Um, I don't even know how many layers are on that thing, but the very first layer that really came to me was like um that B section little noodling thing that goes da 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 da. That's also the intro. I came up with that first, and then after that
Oh,
I did the
memory.
yeah.
Okay. Blew my mind. Yeah, bro, I really enjoyed that. You know what I mean? Big guitars is actually one of my favorites. As long as the sky is blue. I think I heard you say it was ukulele.
Hmm.
Ukulele.
I built that on one of my roommate's ukuleles before I got my own instrument, which is at my studio now.
Oh dang. Oh man. I love how you have so many instruments, you know what I mean? And like you just touch it, you use it, you get a song out with it. I've seen you use piano,
Hmm.
guitar with big guitars.
Bass.
Now it's ukulele, bass. It's man, I can just keep on going, etc. With
Yeah.
drums, with it's amazing. And
Well,
I don't have that talent to
my, my
to produce an instrumental.
my drums are actually from GarageBand, but yeah, I would like to learn to play actual drums too.
Oh man, I thought you were actually playing them. But yeah, bro, that's awesome. That's awesome. Are there any other artists that you're planning on working with soon, like around this year?
Um, I'm actually trying to secure Dylan Walker and Elisa Chavez as features on the new album. They haven't gotten back to me yet, but I'm hoping that they'll have time to make it on.
Because oh yeah, and speaking of the new album, what is your new album? Because I know, but for like the people that don't know, just give a little detail on that.
Of course. So the album title is "Don't Be Silly, You'll Crash It," Volume 2. Um, Action plan is to try to have it out during the actual summertime this year. The first single from it is out now, and it's called Cameron. And there is a bonus track cut dropping on the 30th called Weezer, which, funny enough, is about the band logo on my shirt. Um, and there will probably be a couple of other singles in the coming months, but it's going to be a full-length project. I'm hoping there can be up to 10 songs on it, including the bonus tracks, which is longer than Volume 1 as I originally intended. So I'm excited for it. I hope other people are excited for it too.
I really am excited. I don't know about the audience. I hope you guys are excited because I'm excited. It's like I want to hear this. It's like a sequel. It's the sequel from Volume 1, basically. You know,
Yeah.
it is. It is. So it's like we're hearing one style. I don't know if it's going to be a different style or if it's going to be similar, but
Pretty similar.
we can listen maybe pretty similar.
Except for Cameron and Weezer, which I think are like the only two so far really rock influenced songs on it.
I like listening to sequels, basically. Like
Yeah.
if we listen to one volume and there's a volume 2 coming out, I mean, you got to listen to it.
Yeah.
And to see if it's improving or if it's about the same. Maybe it's better than the last one. You know, you never know. Usually it's the first one that's better, but you know there are people that have that talent where it's like, hey, you know, I come like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, because that's why I'm like extending the track list on this one and embodying some more different styles into it, so that I can shake it up a bit and bring back the audience I got with Volume 1.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Let's talk about Instagram. Remember that you had one account, but then I think you were hacked and you weren't allowed back into your account, into your old account.
Yeah.
And then so you made a new account. Then come to find out you were hacked and someone was using your account to their advantage, trying to hack other people, trying to scam them. And yeah, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I was hacked, and this person was actually pretending to be someone that I actually knew. Like, it wasn't the person I actually knew. She was hacked too, she told me. But yeah, it was asking questions like, could you send me a code so I can log back into my account? I got logged out or whatnot, and like an hour later, I I was unable to access my account. And that's when I realized it was fraudulent and I was hacked. And
Yeah.
I attempted day after day to warn other people, but you know, obviously they were just skimming through my stories and they didn't actually know about the situation until they got messaged by my old account. And you know, I'm glad that nobody else got victimized as far as I know, but like it was just, I don't know, it was a really stressful and just, I don't know, it was a horrible situation. But I mean,
And
I'm glad I'm starting over now on this account because I feel like I had more freedom to just really do what I intend to do with this account. You know, just promote music and my personal life and all that. You know, it's a fresh start, a clean slate. You know, so it's a
oh
blessing.
yeah. You know what? I actually understand what you're saying because like you, for some reason I couldn't log back into my to this account. I couldn't log back into this account for some reason. But then I don't know, it just wouldn't let me go in, and I thought I was hacked. I thought I was like, I'm never gonna have this account back.
And that's
So I made a second account.
boy 02, right?
Yep, Tallyboy719 official 0202, and yeah, that I thought I was hacked, but turns out I wasn't. So I just I was making sure if there was someone else trying to log in, checking for any warnings. You know what I mean, through my emails.
Yeah.
No, nothing. But yeah, maybe it was just some technical issue that happened or something like that. And then about a few weeks later, Devin and Schramm's situation happened with the Instagram account. So I was like, you know what? I thought I was hacked. I started to think again that maybe I was hacked, but I was like, nah, there's no sign of it. But oh well.
Hey, but
Man, it's dark in here.
and I just now realized that I can get into your lives now, because there was that one time when it was having so much trouble, and I thought that because this was a duplicate account, I couldn't join your lives, but here I am in the flesh.
And you know what? The same thing happened to me on my other account. I can't join lives. I can't share things either. Like if I want to share a meme or something, if I want to promote my music, it's hard.
See,
I'm
that's
like, what?
weird.
And I'm like, well, that's depressing.
Yeah.
And I think there's a good stopping point, but you know what? Maybe later on we'll do a part 3. Who knows?
Only time will tell, but
Only time will tell.
happy.
God willing. It was a pleasure seeing you again, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna be the first interview, and later on I just want to make an announcement. This year I'm also gonna be doing in-person interviews for people here especially in the Storm Lake area. If you're from Denison, or if you're from if you want to fly in, who knows? If for an interview, I mean, cool. I probably wouldn't do that, but hey, if you want to be interviewed, that's awesome, bro. Let's do an in-person video, an in-person interview. So hey, have a nice day. This is your host, Tallyboy719. This is Devin and Schramm. Have a good day.
Peace.